You are listening to the Boss Experience Podcast, a podcast with conversations about business growth, self-development, and maintaining a mindset to achieve business success. My name is Michelle Davis, and I am a business strategist and coach, and I am your host. Let's get started. You are listening to the Boss Experience Podcast, a podcast with conversations about business growth, self-development, and maintaining a mindset to achieve business success. My name is Michelle Davis, and I am a business strategist and coach, and I am your host. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode of the Boss Experience Podcast. My name is Michelle Davis, and I'm your host. And I'm so excited you're with me today. And I'm so excited that you chose to tune in to the Boss Experience Podcast. So if you're tuning in for the first time, the theme for season 4 is Elevate to Action. And a big part of that is programming your mind for business success. So I'm so excited to have my special guest, Stephanie Barthelmes, with me here today to talk about what exactly it means to program your mind for business success. Stephanie was previously with me for episode 20. She's an amazing entrepreneur. She helps virtual assistants discover the tech world and really niche down to be successful as tech VAs, which there's a huge demand for that. So I won't get into all of that because that is in episode 20, where we talk about how to really package and price your services. So you can go back to episode 20 and listen to Stephanie's episode about that. When we talk about elevating to action and programming our mind for business success, there's something that we have to remember. Throughout our lives, we're not being developed as leaders. We're not being developed as entrepreneurs. We're being developed to follow. And we're being developed to not be creative, to suppress our own creativity, to suppress our vision. And we are being developed to follow someone else, produce someone else's vision, even if it's 80 hours a week that you spend doing it or 60 hours, and to really sacrifice your own desires, family, and needs. And so with entrepreneurship, you have to reprogram your mind. You have to reprogram your mind to think differently about just life in general, in addition to business. And so part of doing that is developing the mindset and habits that you need to achieve business success. Because, a lot of entrepreneurs, even if they don't admit it, are operating in chaos. They're operating in chaos. They don't really have things mapped out, and they don't allow their minds to kind of clear so that they can be creative, so that they can map things out in their business, so they can plan things out in their business. Without a plan, you're just kind of working in chaos and hoping and praying that something helps you achieve success. And so I'm so happy to have Stephanie here because she has done the work to really achieve success in her business. She has a Facebook group of about 550 women or more now that, she's helped be amazing tech VAs. Yeah, she's a rock star in the entrepreneurship space. And so I'm happy to have her here. And I want Stephanie to kind of dive into her journey. Or if you didn't catch Stephanie's episode, she left a toxic work environment, or she was actually fired from her toxic work environment for simply doing mom stuff. Her child has special needs, and she needed to attend to her child, and she lost her job because of it. So what was your journey like? And when you talk about, getting clear on your thoughts and reprogramming your mindset and getting in tune with things, what was that like from then to now? And what would you credit as being, some key success habits that you developed over the years?
Well, first of all, it's an everyday work.
Say hi to the audience too.
Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Hi. Hey, hi. It's me, Stephanie. Stephanie B, because my last name is forever day long. So hi. Stephanie B, celebrity business coach. How you doing? I work with virtual assistants that want to be better. Hi. We're all over the place. You can tell, as we're recording this, y'all, it's Friday. So, you can totally tell. Like, I'm just saying. The whole self-development thing, it's an everyday thing. Like, that's number one. And from the jump, even like the day one journey, I thought it was a joke. Straight up, I thought it was a joke because it was one of those things where you have to be ready. Like, you hear everybody tell you that, like, you need to do the work, you need to do the work. And you're like, but I don't want to do the work. I want that instant gratification. I want to feel better now. I want to be doing all the things, and I want to be doing what that person's doing, successful and, feeling good about themselves and waking up wanting to go to work and doing all the things and not realizing that, oh, they're actually doing the work too of like changing how they think, right? It's that waking up and looking at yourself in the morning and saying, hi, you're awesome, right? It's waking up in the morning. And even sometimes when you don't believe it, because I'm telling you what, like, just not last week, because I was in Disney last week. So I was forking loving life last week. Let me tell you.
Like, a magical place.
I was in Magic Kingdom. I mean, it's just like the magical place in the world for a reason. Like, it was incredible. But let's go like a week before of planning and getting it all together. No, I wasn't feeling all that great about myself. In fact, it's just like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, Stephanie? What were you thinking? Like, no. But at the same time, like, part of the, working on yourself is those affirmations of like, no, you've got this. You've got this. You're amazing. Everything works out. Everything always works out for you. Like, you're going to get this figured out. It's going to be incredible. Like, it is incredible. Like, you're planning this for your future. Like, you've come this far. Look how far you've come. Look back from, wow, 4 years ago, where you were wanting to do this with your family. This was goals, Stephanie. This was the goal. You're oh God, I have goosebumps. I didn't even realize this is okay. This was the goal. Disney was the goal. Having that freedom of taking your kids to Disney, not stressing about calling off work and having that PTO, right? And stressing out about having someone to cover for you, right? Or even having the same thing for your husband. My husband owns his own business too now. I coached him so that he could leave his job so that he could start his landscaping business on his own. And like, same for him. He didn't have to worry about calling off and, like scheduling. And it was the same thing for him. He just does the mindset work, right? And it's every day telling yourself you can do this. And it's reprogramming that, like, I don't have to ask permission to be happy. I don't have to ask permission to do the work the way I want to do it. I don't have to ask permission to be awesome. I don't have to ask permission to be smart. I don't have to ask permission to be good at what I do. Because that was another thing in the beginning, especially unfortunately as a female in the tech industry, like, it's non-existent, kind of, sort of, unfortunately. So, true statement. I broke my phone 3 days ago now. It was Monday. I broke my phone, and I was on the phone. I only ever call tech services if it's the last resort. Y'all, I have my bachelor's in IT. Like, I don't need tech support. I don't, unless I have no choice. And I broke my phone, so that I have to call them to get a replacement. So I'm on the phone with the guy and I'm telling him everything I did. And he's like, this is the weirdest conversation I've ever had. Like, and he said that to me. He's like, I'm not used to talking. He's like, no offense. I was like, none taken. Like, you're not the first dude to say this to me. Like, he's like, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. He's like, I hate saying that to you, because I was like, I figured you were going to say that. Like, but it kind of felt good for me to be like, it was validating that I'm a female. And he was saying, it's pleasant to talk to somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, and I'm just like being myself. I didn't hold back. It's finally, it's that reprogramming of, I don't have to play dumb. Like, I didn't have to diminish myself from, I'm like, no, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. He's like, well, I don't I don't know what to do right now. He's like, I usually know what to tell my customers. I don't know what to tell you.
You left them speechless, Stephanie. So when was your aha moment? Like when you were like, okay, mindset reprogrammed, I'm ready and I'm achieving success. And what actually got you to that point?
I was, when I was still working 80 hours a week and I was still people pleasing. I was doing everything for everybody. Wait, I thought I started my business for me. Like I still have no time for me. I have no time for my family. This isn't why I started my business. This is not how this is supposed to be. It was like that Skittles commercial, like the old Skittles commercial with the Facebook and they put all the pictures. This is not how this is. No. Like, that's like where I was. And I was like, no, something has got to change. And that's what it was. I started saying no. Like, no is a really great word and a powerful word when you're using it correctly. And it's not, you're not hurting anybody by saying no. Like you can say it when it's not something in your wheelhouse. One, you don't have to know everything. Two, and even though you may be good at all the things, you don't have to be good at all the things. Like you don't have to. That corporate mindset of be good at everything so everybody loves you. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And a lot of the stuff people find themselves saying yes to in their business, it's not growing their business. It's not, creating opportunities for them to grow in their business. And it's just, they end up, just being busy. Even if they're busy and booked, just because you're busy and booked doesn't mean you're making money or you're doing things the right way in your business. One of the key things, I know we've spoken about this offline, is like, you got to channel the energy. You got to channel the energy that is going to help you be successful. And you have to repel what's not. And, saying no to things that aren't helping you grow. But you got to know what your business, what you need in your business and what you have to do. You have to know what activities you need to actually do to bring in the revenue that you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if I had started, my life as an entrepreneur, I would have never been in tune with energy.
And you know what? I want to actually just right off of that, it's reciprocal energy too, though. It's that when you find your people and the people that you're meant to work with, and like even this, like being able to talk to your people, it just becomes so easy. And your people come find you when your energy is happy and you're doing what you love to do, right? Like the work you love to do. I'm a tech nerd. I am open and honest about the fact that I love tech. I'm good at tech. I'm good at integrations and systems and helping someone like figure all of that out. I'm good at it. And I let people know. I'm good at helping my clients, like as a coach, grow their businesses and like figure out their magic and all the things. I'm good. I'm open about it and I'm happy about it. Those people come find me because of that energy, right? It's a magnet, right? But when I was unhappy, and negative energy attracts that negative energy, right? So negative people, when I was not happy, I was attracting some not nice people. And it was not a good time in my life either, right? But that moment when I made that shift of no, I want to be happy, I'm going to be happy, those happy people came into my life too, the right people, and even I have clients, the same thing. When they made those shifts of, no, I'm letting go of those people that make me miserable, they let them go. And the people that like they were meant to work with, the people that make them happy and actually started making more, like a lot more money too, like they start just trickling in. And it's amazing how that works. The energy flow is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you said something in the beginning too, where you talked about how we talk ourselves down. And so when we're doing that, you have to think, what kind of energy are you inviting into your space? Saying all the things you mentioned earlier. What did you say? Looking in the mirror and saying you're beautiful, you're this, you're everything that you need to hear to turn that, whatever that negative thought is around. But you actually have a practice and you actually credit that practice to your business success because it allows you to clear your mind. It allows you to clear your energy. And and it allows you to actually visualize the success you desire. So can you tell us about what that is?
I have a few, but I have a playlist. I have a special like affirmations playlist that I took my voice and I recorded myself saying these affirmations, mantras that I just, it's just embarrassing, but it kind of is. But I like every day, like listen to myself. It's almost like subliminal, but it's not. It's like saying, you are a money magnet. Money loves you. I'm a fucking money magnet just because there's a sticky note in front of me that says it. And it's one of my subliminals, but it's just a bunch of you are beautiful. And it's all of these affirmations. And I listen to them every single day on repeat. And it's my voice. It's my voice because you need to hear it in your voice for it to work, because that's how our brains are. We can hear it from everybody else under the sun, everybody, but we won't believe it. We won't believe it because it's just, we're programmed to think, oh, they're just being nice. Oh, it's just whatever. But the moment we hear it in our own voice, it becomes real. So if you keep hearing it on repeat, like words have power. Words have power, no matter what, like negative, positive, words have power. So if you tell yourself that you're dumb and you can't do the thing, you're right. You are absolutely right because you said it to be true. But if you tell yourself you're amazing and you're beautiful and you can do it and you can do whatever you put your mind to, you're absolutely right because you said it. And it's like, but as long as you put it in your mind, like, and you keep going, it works.
Yeah. One of the things you and I were talking about, because it's something that I've thought a lot about, because you'll be amazed, when you surround yourself around the wrong people and all the toxicity that they bring. And so I was like, I want to get into crystals. I want to learn more about crystals. You do the saging and you have some people, they do it, but, and they have some consciousness of what it means to usher in positive energy. So how do you use your crystals? And Stephanie's, yes, she's sharing her success habits. You have to decide for you
yes,
what you want to do in your life and in your business and in your daily routine to usher in success. But the bigger issue or the bigger point we're trying to make is clear your mind, allow yourself to visualize your success, reprogram your mindset so that you can attract the success you desire. So tell us about your crystal routine.
And all of it too, like even with the crystals and stuff, it's all about feeling into it too. Like even finding a crystal, they find you. It's all like, there's my metaphysical woo moment for the day. It's all about, even with the mindset, it's feeling into it. It's what feels right to you. Like what works for me does not necessarily mean it's going to work for Michelle. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for my husband. But anyways, I love crystals. Crystals are awesome. They're beautiful. They're my favorite. But no, crystals do, in my personal opinion, have a different energy flow to them. And you can use them if you believe in the chakra and everything. Each one has like a different alignment to them. Personally, I like to use lapis lazuli. And this one's for like clarity of...
Repeat that again.
Lapis lazuli.
Okay.
And it's blue. It's actually a stone called sodalite and what's it called? Pyrite. So it's this pyrite and this sodalite combined together. It's actually a really old ancient stone that was found in like ancient Greece and stuff. But they say that it's really good for clearing your mind, really good for connecting to your higher self, like in your third eye, and just being open to speaking and just clearing your thoughts, right? So like for me, it's my crutch. It is. It's my comfort. It's my comfort blanket when I'm sitting here. Anytime I go live, I have this thing in my hand. I just find that I can speak better. And then there's stuff that you can use for grounding. Anything red. Red jasper is really good for grounding. groundings whenever you feel like you're all over the place and you're floating, like you feel like, I'm trying to think of a good example of like not being grounded.
Feeling like you have ADHD. I go through those moments when I have like all these thoughts racing through my head and I'm like, what is wrong with me? I need to get focused. Yeah.
Get some of this, get some red jasper. And even another really easy thing to do, go put your hand in some dirt or put your feet in some dirt. That's like the easiest. And just imagine yourself rooting into the ground. Or if you're inside, if you have a potted plant, put your fingers in the dirt and do that, or grab a crystal and just, you can ground with any crystal because it's an earth. It's an earth symbol. You know what I mean?
And grounding is really good for those folks that have anxiety. Even putting your hands in the bag of rice. Yeah. So a lot of, that term is commonly used, if you've ever experienced anxiety or you went through trauma, it's good to get familiar with the practice of grounding.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. So for my friends that are afraid to speak or afraid to go live and just to say what's on your mind, turquoise. Turquoise is your best friend. I started wearing turquoise, and shockingly enough, you guys, I'm actually an introvert. I really don't like to be around people. I don't like to talk to people. I actually have come out of my shell in a big way. The past year, I started wearing my stuff and a lot of other things, but turquoise is really good for that. And it's just a really pretty stone too, but it's good for your throat chakra. And throat chakra is represented by turquoise in a big way. I can't think of another one for that one right this second. I lost everything for that one.
Well, those are, I think people experience those big hurdles, the clarity, the feeling like you can't show up for your business. And then you do show up, you freeze, you don't know what to say, and you don't show up in a strategic way. So how can someone develop solid habits for themselves or explore, because you got to explore and kind of look and see what's right for you. What would you say to the audience, or anyone that's listening that's like, I don't even know where to start, to reprogram and reshift my mind? What would you advise them to do?
Start. Seriously. No, it's one of those things. Stop overthinking. Like it's like we overthink it so much. We do. And it's like, just start. The change for me, I started listening to You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. It changed my life. That was it took everything. It changed everything for me. That was my icebreaker, but it was the You Are a Badass, the yellow one. And then I went into You Are a Badass with Money, but that broke my cherry for the self-development world. And from that point on, I kept moving forward, but you have to start. Like, that's it. Like, there's no other way around it. Like, there's no nice way to put it. Fucking do it. Like, get out of your own damn way. And I love you, but do it.
And test different things. For Stephanie, it was a book that broke her cherry, but for someone else, it may be crystals. But the point is that you got to start, you got to set aside some time. You're trying to achieve the success without doing the back end of the work, the prerequisite.
Yes.
Work.
And the other thing is, don't make excuses, because you just said time. You know what? I'm going to say right now, time was my excuse too. It's not a good excuse. It's not a good excuse at all, because listen, I'm the mom of 2 special needs boys. I have 0 time. Like, I have no time, like, to breathe, and I still do it. So, like, you can do it. You can absolutely. I meditate in the shower. So, like, you can 100% find a way to do something for you, self-development for you. Like, affirmations, you can do it while you're working.
While you're driving. Yeah.
While you're driving. Even you can listen to self-development books while you're driving. Hey, you're probably listening to this podcast while you're driving. I'm just saying.
and be sure to tune in every week. No.
I mean. Shameless plug. Not even sorry.
And so, we talk about a lot. We talk about meditation. We talked about affirmations. We talked about crystals, and we talked about reading, do something. And I would say, it takes 60 days to develop a habit, they say.
Mhm.
Yeah. So don't just do it one day and say, oh, okay, I tried and it didn't work. Okay. Be consistent, whether it's 60 days, 90 days, try different things and see what helps you clear your mind and helps lead you to the success you desire. So you have a new program, right? Or that you wanted to talk about?
So I have my In Your Element mastermind. It's a 3-month mastermind. It's very high touch, and it's all about taking your business to the next level. If you're a virtual assistant, it's all about taking your business to the next level by doing what you love, though. And by, it's all about accountability and working with people that understand you. Doing it just for the 3 months, and we're doing it in small groups because I really want it to be high touch and just personal. So we're only taking like 10 people in our group because I like the small groups and I really like just being able to love on my people like a lot. So come talk to us.
Awesome. So if people want to find you online and learn more about the group, where do they go? And don't forget to spell it out for people that are just on audio, the audio version of the podcast.
So you can find me on Instagram at Stephanie BCO. So STEPHANIE BCO. And then also you can find me on TikTok at Stephanie BCO 111. And sorry, the other one I was like, went completely blank. And then visualizeyourelement.com. Yes, come find us there.
So thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you for having me.
Can you give a final statement? Like if you, just as we close out, like a final statement people can benefit from?
Start. Guys, if you haven't started on your self-development journey, start. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what it is. Just start and love yourself. You're amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Stephanie. If you haven't listened to episode 20, go back and find it. Episode 20, Stephanie shares her knowledge about packaging and pricing your services. Check out her new program or just connect on social media and say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Come say hi. I want to chat. I want to talk.
Yeah. And, you can always find me at Michelle Davis NYC, Michelle with 1L, of course. And, say hi to us. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Yeah. And with that being said, thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to you joining me in the next episode. Take care and be well.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for tuning in to the Boss Experience podcast. Don't forget to leave a review for this episode and tune in next time. Thank you for tuning in to the Boss Experience podcast. Don't forget to leave a review for this episode and tune in next time.